Most people believe that wealth is about earning more, but true wealth is built by mastering the flow of money, where it leaves your life and where you redirect it. Every dollar that slips through careless spending is a soldier lost. Every dollar redirected into an asset is a soldier fighting for your freedom. Today, we'll uncover 17 things that smart people never waste money on. Not because they're cheap, but because they understand capital. They know how to transform wasted consumption into compounding assets. Follow these principles, and you will not only protect your money, you will buy back time, security, and independence. 1. Constant tech upgrades. Buying every new iPhone or laptop is financial quicksand. A $1,200 phone depreciates the moment you unbox it. That is $1,200 in dead capital. The financially intelligent ask, what if I redirected this instead? Invested annually into an S&P 500 index fund, $1,200 could grow into nearly $40,000 over 20 years. The lesson: don't just be a consumer of Apple, be an owner of Apple. Smart people let capital compound in equities, not evaporate in gadgets. 2. Status clothing and luxury labels. A $500 designer shirt has no return. It depreciates to zero. But $500 in dividend-paying companies can compound for decades. Real wealth is silent. It doesn't scream from a label. It grows in an account statement. The financially disciplined avoid vanity purchases, not because they dislike fashion, but because they prefer capital allocation. They let others wear the brands, while they own shares in the companies behind them. Companies like LVMH or Nike. Ownership over appearance. 3. The daily coffee habit. $5 per day on coffee seems trivial, but over 30 years, it totals more than $45,000. That is not a beverage. That is a down payment on a home. Smart people don't just cut the coffee, they redirect. They might buy Starbucks stock instead. By doing so, they shift their position from consumer to shareholder. Every latte sold worldwide becomes part of their income stream. That is financial intelligence. Consumption becomes ownership. 4. Oversized cable and streaming. Paying $100 per month for 200 channels you never watch is the definition of capital leakage. That $1,200 annually, invested into a broad ETF like VOO, could exceed $100,000 after 25 years. Smart people value entertainment, but they do not overpay for it. They keep costs lean and then channel the difference into assets. They understand. Passive entertainment destroys capital. Passive income builds it. 5. Impulse. Purchases. Every unplanned gadget, every limited time sale is not a bargain. It is capital destruction. The average household loses thousands annually to impulse. Smart people train their discipline. They pause, ask, does this bring me closer to my financial goals? If not, that money is preserved and reallocated. Many even invest in companies like Amazon or Shopify, benefiting from the impulses of others. The difference between consumers and investors is not temptation. It is discipline. 6. The lottery illusion. Lottery tickets are not entertainment. They are financial poison. The odds? 1 in 292 million. A person spending $20 per week loses $1,000 per year. $30,000 in 3 decades. But if that same $20 is invested weekly in an index fund, the return over 30 years could exceed $120,000. The poor buy lottery tickets hoping for luck. The wealthy buy assets, knowing compounding is certainty. 7. bottled water. Spending $400 annually on bottled water is wasteful. The wealthy see beyond the bottle. They redirect such habits into ownership, buying shares of water utilities, infrastructure funds, or ETFs like PHO. Instead of paying for plastic, they own the pipeline. They transform recurring waste into recurring dividends. 8. Overpaying for branded medicine. Paying 70% more for branded medication when generics provide the same result is financial ignorance. The wise pocket the difference and reallocate it, often into healthcare stocks themselves. Firms like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, or biotech ETFs benefit when others overpay. The intelligent know health is wealth, but financial health requires discipline. 9. Credit card interest. Credit card interest is legalized theft. A $5,000 balance at 20% APR costs $1,000 annually. That is compounding working against you. Smart people eliminate high-interest debt quickly. Then, with discipline, they invest in banks and REITs, flipping the dynamic. They receive dividends from the very institutions collecting interest from others. That is financial reversal. Make the system work for you. 10. Lavish weddings. A $30,000 wedding may buy applause for one night, but it leaves financial scars for decades. Smart couples redirect that capital. A $30,000 down payment on real estate produces equity growth and rental income. A wedding is a liability. An investment is an asset. The wise choose legacy over spectacle. 11. Premium grocery brands. Paying 30% more for identical ingredients because of packaging is a slow leak of wealth. Financially literate households purchase store brands, saving the spread. They then buy equity in consumer staple companies, Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Nestle. The lesson: never overpay for consumption. Profit from it instead. 12. Brand new cars. A new car loses 20% of its value in the first year. A $30,000 vehicle sheds $6,000 instantly. That is wealth destruction disguised as progress. Smart people buy reliable used cars and with the savings invest in EV companies or automotive ETFs. They refuse to turn liabilities into anchors. They redirect capital into appreciating assets. 13. Kitchen clutter. The average household spends hundreds on appliances that gather dust. This is capital locked in drawers. The wise avoid aspirational purchases. Instead, they acquire shares of the very corporations producing these goods. They transform others' waste into their own profit. They understand every idle gadget is dead capital. Every share is living capital. 14. Unused gym. Membership $600 per year on unused fitness memberships is wealth leakage. Financially intelligent individuals reallocate this into fitness and health stocks. Nike, Lululemon, Planet Fitness. They don't subsidize their inconsistency. They monetize the industry. The gym they don't attend becomes the dividend they receive. 15. Convenience fees. Food delivery, express shipping, priority upgrades. $1,000 annually in invisible leakage. Smart people limit convenience consumption. Instead, they acquire equity in logistics, Uber, or food delivery companies. They make money each time others choose laziness. The goal is simple: never be the customer more than you are the owner. 16. Luxury cars for status. Paying $20,000 more for a luxury badge is ego disguised as progress. That $20,000 invested at an 8% return compounds to over $100,000 in 20 years. Financially wise individuals know that applause fades, assets grow, They prefer quiet wealth to loud liabilities. 17. Keeping up with the Joneses. The greatest destroyer of wealth is comparison. Buying because your neighbor bought is financial suicide. The wealthy resist. They channel capital into businesses, education, and assets that fuel their personal vision. They understand wealth is not built by imitation, but by independence. Smart people do not simply save, they redirect. They convert wasted consumption into living assets. They see every dollar as capital, every purchase as a choice, liability or asset. Wealth is not built by working harder, but by reallocating smarter. The question is not, what should I stop buying? The question is, what future do I want to own? Spend accordingly, invest deliberately, and your money will serve you, not the other way around.